everything changes.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Trunks, and today I am bringing you guys another little short episode on 3 ways to 3-star at Town Hall 10. Jumping right in, we'll go for the first one. It will be Gobo La Lune, with the air meta being the way it is now. Gobo La Lune is an extremely powerful attack. So when you see these types of bases, usually you want to try to take out a few air defenses and then have at least a max hound in your clan castle if you can, and then that will allow you to bring one extra or one less hound than normal. Typical rule of thumb is to bring an extra hound for each air defense that you plan on having. So if you plan on leaving 3 air defenses, that would mean bringing 4 hounds. But having the ability to request the Town Hall 11 max hound allows you to kind of sneak away and bring in some extra balloons. But for the most part, what you want to do is try to come in, take care of that queen, use the bowlers to go ahead and wreck some of that on your entry, have a hound if possible to tank, and then your Barb King's going to go in and help clear out with the bowlers and tank once that golem starts to wear off. As you can see on this one, the objective is to get the queen, clan castle, the inferno, and a air defense out of this one, leaving him with only 3 air defenses, and then he is able to come in behind these sweepers, which really helps him out in this, and end up taking out the whole base for the 3-star. He pops that queen ability once that expo gets onto that queen, and she's able to step up and take out a few extra buildings, and then he's going to send his first hound from the longest possible side to soak up any traps down in that area, but it also gives him time to switch over and get his balloons out and ready, so that way he has plenty of them down as he starts to enter the base. He gets a haste into that first air defense on the bottom side, and then when he starts to experience the splash damage once the hounds are out of the range of that wizard tower, he has a heal down for those balloons, so that way they come out of that area with high hit points at full health, and then he has haste spells on the backside just to get the balloons moving through the base. He holds off on laying down the last haste spell. This is kind of key for this raid and maybe something you should keep an eye out for. If he puts down that haste earlier, the balloons get out in front of that hound, and then he would lose a bunch to that air defense. So very strong noticing that, thinking on the fly as he sees that. And as you see, always save 1 balloon for the last side when you're ending on a wizard tower, so that way that wizard tower is not targeting your whole group of balloons. It just targets the single balloon as the rest of them sneak in on the backside. And as you can see, he's got plenty of pups for the cleanup, plenty of balloons as well to get those high hit point buildings, and he's able to pull off the 3-star. Very solid BNZ, showing how the Gobo La Lune goes down. Next, we will take a look at the Gobo Boho for Town Hall 10. Now, this one's going to be a little different. If you look at the spell composition, he does not carry a freeze spell with him, which is typical when you see people using hogs. They're going to freeze the backside inferno, so that way they can get a heal spell down. When this base was scouted, and something that I've seen a lot of the people over here at Fulmen Morte doing, is taking a rage spell on the backside for when the hogs are going to encounter that inferno tower. They are just going to rage the hogs through it to get through it quicker, and then as you will be able to see, he's able to save the heal spell on the backside when it's needed. Little trick here, as you can see, he's going to encounter that inferno tower, so he brings additional wall breakers, knowing that the 5 beams will only be soaked up by the golem and potentially maybe the queen if he gets in there, so he needs the additional wall breakers, so that way he's able to get through that area. And then he's just going to send in the bowlers as usual. They're going to get that queen taken out and then just rip through the rest of this core. The queen sitting off in the back, just picking off the hound, and ends up taking care of the lava pups. The Barb King is in the core of the base, working with the bowlers to go ahead. And as you can see at this point now, he's gutted most of the core, leaving just a giant L shape for the hogs to travel around the outside of the base. And the queen's just going to travel north now and just start on the cleanup. You see the hogs coming in from the top side, and there is that rage spell we were talking about. As you can see, they are just dropping those towers extremely fast and working their way through. The Inferno Tower does not have enough time to really do much damage, and then they're able to get through all of that splash damage relatively quick and he now has the heal spell on the backside. When his hogs come around to that bomber tower, they're going to leave that area all with full health, and then come into the bottom side where he has a few baby dragons going ahead and working on some of the trash down there, trying to get them in, maybe take out a few of these point defenses before the hogs get down to that area. It's a big bomb, but at the same time, he still has plenty of hogs. They're going to go ahead and make their way through, loses a good amount to that bomber tower, but then he still has a few working, has the minions and a few wizards working, and then that queen is still working on the top side, just taking out the remainder of the trash. And at this point, you can see he's got plenty of time to go ahead and finish off this base, uses that last final poison spell to go ahead and take care of those air skellies. And at this point, it is a 3 for William Wallace. And the last strategy we will go ahead and take a look at is going to be a split hero strategy. This is kind of something that you'll see from time to time with the new meta, where people are placing the air defenses closer towards the outside of the base to try to trick up the pathing for hounds and other air troops. This is something that you may be able to sneak by with, using the queen to take out the top side. Air defense is what he does, and then at the bottom he has some funneling going on. This was a pre-scouted base, so he knew that there was a hound and a balloon in the clan castle, and so that way he is able to get his ground kill squad to go in, take out the bottom side air defense, and then he's just going to have a jump up into the Inferno Tower and the Queen area, so that way his kill squad is able to take them out. Once again, he has bowlers coming in, rages them up, so that way they are able to take out a good portion of the bottom side of the base. You will see for most Town Hall 10 3-stars, a kill squad with bowlers is a very common thing you'll see with a rage for them, so that way they can get in there and just do the damage that they're going to do. But then at this point, he is able to come in with the La Lune on the backside and just go ahead and start working through all of the buildings. He has a Max Hound come out of that clan castle, so that way he gets the additional tanking. And as you can see, he has the Hound that pops on the defense from the clan castle, and the lava pups are working on taking out some of his balloons. But as you can see, he's very patient. He waits for them all to clump up, and then he has a poison spell that he's able to get down and take them all out instead of only taking out a few if he drops that earlier. And then on the backside, he's able to get the haste spell down, so that way he can get into this final Inferno Tower and take it out. Has that Hound, that Max 1, still tanking that Tesla, and eventually in the end it's going to pop because of the air skellies and that Seeking Air Mine. And then once again he saves a balloon for the backside, but it's going to end up getting taken out by a Seeking Air Mine as well. But he still has plenty of lava pups, as you'll see on most of these bases. If you're able to plan the pathing correct and get down 2 air defenses and coming in with the Max Hound, it will supply you a ton of tanking, so that way you can get through the base, and the lava pups will work as your cleanup. This building down at the bottom barely has any health, so he's able to just work easily through that once the lava pups make their way down there. But that's going to be 3 ways for you guys to 3-star at Town Hall 10. So if you guys have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them in the bottom. I'll try to get back to you guys as soon as possible. But until next time, guys, this is Trunks helping you guys keep it over 9,000.